Another 2-minute question, starting with Jarrett. What is your opinion on the water consumed in the process of fracking?
Oh gosh, I tiptoed into that in the last question. Water is our most precious asset by a long shot. And fracking, to my understanding, contaminates water. And until it's demonstrated that fracking can be done without degrading water quality, I think it's a bad practice, particularly when you're using groundwater, when you're using fresh water, and when you're injecting dirty water back into the aquifer. I think we've got the technology. I think there are a lot of things we can do to reduce the actual impact, to restore water quality in the fracking process. But I wouldn't be surprised if Representative McQueen knows more about that than I do.
So last week, actually, I spent 2 days down in Hobbs. We're staying in Hobbs. And then we went out, and this was the House Energy, Environment, and Natural Resources Committee that I chaired, and it was part of the speaker's listening tour. We went out and toured the oil fields. I visited a drilling site, a frac site, and a water recycling site. And a lot of stuff is going on out in the Permian Basin. First of all, it's the biggest oil play in the country right now, which is amazing. That's why we have this incredible surplus coming in. And absolutely, we need to protect our water resources. The state land office has told drillers they can no longer get easements for freshwater wells to use in fracking. Now, sometimes in the drilling, they need to use fresh water as they're drilling through a freshwater aquifer to get to the oil below. So in order to avoid contaminating that aquifer, they do use fresh water for that. What's interesting is that partly because of the state land office action, and partly because they know it's coming, they're starting to look at how to recycle the produced water. So for every barrel of oil and gas that comes out, they get 3 barrels of water. We saw a site where they're recycling 50% of that water. And it's a whole process. I mean, it's a little bit like going to the sewage treatment plant. It comes in with a bunch of solids and it settles out and they strain it and the whole 9 yards. And then they use it, they put it back, not re-inject it, but use it for their fracking. To me, the issue of fracking, which is very controversial, the Permian Basin, there's going to be fracking. We need to look at where we won't allow fracking. And one thing that keeps coming up is around Chaco Canyon. And we absolutely need to protect cultural resources. We absolutely need to protect aquifers. So we need to limit where fracking can occur.